Welcome to Eternal Sports. I'm here with my good friend Cool Fooey,
Hello.
and today we're going to be talking about the Week 7 NFL predictions. And I apologize about not recapping the Week 5 one or coming back to that and put our results on the screen right now. Our predictions, what we got right, what we got wrong. Again, I apologize.
I apologize for week 6 as well.
I apologize for not talking about Week 6 either. I was out of town, family issues, stuff like that happened. So, but I'm back. We're here for Week 7. It's all that matters right now. And we're gonna be going over every game. Some games are gonna be more light than other ones because a lot of these games this week don't really look like they're gonna be that close. But there are two key games that I would like to talk about a lot. And so if you're ready, Adam, we can get this started.
I'm ready. And first game is Thursday Night Football. It's Broncos versus the Browns. And I could talk about it first if you want.
Yeah, go ahead.
Basically, the whole thing about the Broncos, everyone knows, is that they've just been facing weak competition early on. And that's why they're able to go on like a pretty good start. And now that they're more humbled because they're now starting to get to the harder stretch of their season. And now with the Browns, now if you saw the game this last Sunday, you saw that Baker Mayfield looks like he almost got hurt again. He actually got pulled at the end, mostly because like the Cardinals were destroying them, but also because like it looked like he landed right on his left shoulder, which was rumored to be the injured shoulder, like the torn labrum he has is said to be in his left shoulder. So something to keep an eye on. It's not his throwing shoulder, but it's always a curious case.
It's a lot to
This game
overcome.
could be more interesting. I'm still gonna say the Browns will pull this out, but I could still see it either way. So that for that reason, I'll have the Browns winning 21-17.
I do think that they can take the win against the Browns because the Browns are very beat up. I think it's a very nasty and like sloppy game. Got like 17-10 Broncos. All right, next game, Kansas City versus Tennessee. Now this game I think is more important than people think because Kansas City has been underperforming like crazy. We're gonna release a video on that later, more in depth. But I do think that this game is very important for that team and their confidence because this is going to be the best team they've faced since obviously Buffalo, but it's been like 2 weeks. Titans are coming off, just now a win against Buffalo, which is huge for their morale. And although the Chiefs did win their last game, they won because Washington sucks. They did not win because they outplayed them. They won because that team's defense is just atrocious, and Patrick Mahomes should not be throwing 2 interceptions to I think one of the worst secondaries in the league right now. I think I have Titans taking this one. It's be a close game. They got like 31-24 Titans.
All right. Here's my opinion on this, right? So, like you said, brought up earlier, Patrick Mahomes seems like a completely different guy from the beginning of his career. Seems like he feels more rushed. His wide receivers aren't giving him any help. Tyreek Hill, it seems like he's having a hard time catching now for some reason. Hardman's dropping passes. And basically, it's just a tough sledding for them. Now, we're actually recording this around the same time that the Bills and Titans game ended. So we just saw the Titans pull out a 3-point victory against the Bills, who ended up defeating the Chiefs. I also have the Titans winning this because the rushing offense of the Titans is still very dominant. And even though their passing game has underperformed with everyone hyping up the A.J. Brown, Julio Jones pairing, their offense is still very viable. Now, the thing is, both teams don't have a great defense. Both teams' defenses are actually pretty bad and pretty, not good at all. They might have some pieces here and there for both of them, but as a unit, they're just not good at all. I see this being a high-scoring game, and I see the Titans pulling this out 38-31.
Yeah, like I said, I got Titans winning as well. All right, next game. The Washington football team versus the Green Bay Packers. I got Green Bay winning this. Probably, I think it's gonna be a blowout. I think Aaron Rodgers is gonna have a field day with that secondary. Washington's offense has been non-existent. They suck. I don't think Antonio Gibson's gonna be playing either. So I got Packers 28 to 10 or something. It's gonna be a blowout.
Yeah. So this is a thing, right? Washington football team coming into the season, I brought it up before. They looked like they could have had the pieces to have a top 5 defense. You're coming in from the last season where they were able to win their division with a dominant young defense with Chase Young really coming up. and their secondary coming in, like everything was working out for them. It was just their offense was the questionable part, and now it's like their defense is actually ranked near the bottom of the league. And with now the Packers' offense isn't as strong as it once was last season, but it still could pick apart a very weak defense, and for that reason, I see the Packers winning 31 to like 10.
Yeah, it's gonna be a field day for Aaron Rodgers, I believe. Now, what I think is game of the week, maybe that's unpopular, I'm not sure, but I think it's gonna be game of the week. Bengals versus Ravens. I don't think coming into the season any of us thought this was going to be an interesting game. I think we all thought the Bengals were going to be bottom of the league, but they've outshone themselves. They have had a close game against really good teams like the Packers. They should not be in any contest with them, but Joe Burrow's having an amazing season. Jamar Chase is having a really good season as well. He's, proving all the doubters. You saw that amazing block he had on a was it a Joe Mixon run?
Well, yeah, it was the one that he was able to get it, and then he runs to the right side.
Yeah, he fucking demolished that corner. That was a great block. I really love this Bengals team. They're really fun to watch. They're, very young, and it's nice to see. Now, although I do have a lot of praise for the Bengals, I do think the Ravens are the second best team in the AFC. I think statistically, I think they're number one right now, but I do think they're second behind the Bills. I do have the Ravens taking this. I think Lamar Jackson is just doing so amazing this season. I don't see why he would not put up another show against Cincinnati. Got them in a close game, probably like 24-21.
Yeah, to go off of that, like I said, the Bengals, especially Joe Mixon, Jamar Chase are like top 10, top 5, and like stat-wise for yards for the like overall in the league. So to see that's very impressive to show. Like I said before, the question coming into the season was like, will Joe Burrow be able to be confident behind an O-line that seemed like just kept on getting blown by all last season? It seems like he's been able to manage more. He's able to get it to the guys he needs it to get to. They have a lot of young weapons. Their defense is it's not like the best. It's not the worst, definitely, but it's actually a very solid defense. The Ravens, like I said, they have a great offense. They had a great comeback against the Colts not too long ago, and they blew out the Chargers. I'm sorry to say, but they did.
They did.
I don't know if you were avoiding the subject of that.
I was trying. not to make myself sad, but that happens.
Yeah, they had a great performance against them, and both teams put up 34 points this last Sunday, but one was against the Chargers, who looked like they possibly could take the division, and one was against the Lions, which are still winless. For Bengals Ravens, I think it's going to be a great game. It's a division game. I think just like with the Titans beating the Bills, I think Bengals will actually come out and beat the Ravens.
Upset of the week?
I don't know if it's an upset because the Bengals are a good team.
They're good, but I don't think the Ravens good.
It could be looked at as an upset, but I don't think it's like an overwhelming. It's not like the Lions.
Okay, I respect it. I really like this Bengals team. They're really fun.
Yeah, exactly. So I'm gonna go. They win a close one. I'll say the final score will be 28-27. Bengals beat the Ravens by 1 point.
I respect it. Next game, Carolina versus the New York Football Giants, the G-Men. I think this is a bounce back for Carolina. They have been on a game skid. Sam Darnold has not looked the same as he did the first 3 weeks. He's looked pretty bad, actually. I think he threw like 3 interceptions, 2 interceptions against Philadelphia. Game they should have won, definitely. I had a lot of praise for him in the last video, and I still stand with that because I do want him to be good. I do like Sam Darnold. But when he does things like this where he shows the flashes he showed in New York when he was seeing ghosts, as he stated, it's kind of hard to root for him. But, I'll stick through as one of the, I don't think there's a lot of Sam Darnold fans out there, but as one of the few Sam Darnold fans, I will stick out there for him. I do think they're going to win this game. I do think it's going to be a blowout because Giants are very, very injured right now. Daniel Jones is playing where he can't even count to 10. It's terrible. It's bad. He should not be out there. I got Panthers like 28-10.
You can't go 17 for 41 passing and expect to win.
Yeah, that's very bad. That is very poor.
Against the G-Men, like you said, he can't. He's been having a rough O-line. Sterling Shepard has been in and out. It's just not great over there. I'll give the Panthers this game, but like I said, if the Giants pull this out, I will not be surprised at all.
All right, next game, the Atlanta Falcons versus the Miami Dolphins. You can start off on this one. That's why I gave it to you. I was like, I don't really want to talk about this one. Who cares?
Okay, well, Dolphins.
They swim.
The Jaguars, their first win.
Ugh.
This is their Jaguars' first win since week 1 of last season. So, it's not great to be on the resume.
Very bad. Right, like when I watch Dolphins games, it doesn't feel like this is Tua's team.
I think I know what you mean, because I remember last season, like everyone was behind Fitzpatrick. Like everyone loved Fitzpatrick. They're like, yeah, Fitzpatrick. And then like Tua comes and he gets the start, and it's just like not that at all.
Who do you got winning this one?
Okay, I'm gonna have the Falcons winning this. I'll just say they're gonna win. The Dolphins will have 7. I'll say Falcons win 21-7. Just the Falcons. I think they were on bye last week, so they're coming off of a bye.
I think I got the flip. I think I got Dolphins just to be different. I think it could go either way. I got Dolphins winning this like 17-7. All right, Jets Patriots. Wow, another hardwood classic. Box office. Yeah, I'm so excited for this game. It's gonna be a classic. Mac Jones versus Zach Wilson. God.
I mean, to be fair, Patriots have been in close games against teams that are pretty good. They only lost
the Texans.
By 2. They only lost to 2. The Cowboys this last week. Or not to the Cowboys. I apologize. They only lost by 2 to the Buccaneers.
Yeah, let's do talk Buccaneers. Lost 6 to the Cowboys, 3 to Texans.
They lost in overtime to the Cowboys, which is good.
I mean, they beat the Jets at the beginning of the season, 25-6. Oh, I think that was when Zach Wilson had that fucking stinker of a game, wasn't it? When he played like god awful.
Or something like that?
Yeah, when he like threw like one of the worst balls I've ever seen. It was, but I think this is gonna be a close game, like probably 2017 Patriots, maybe 2017 Jets. Either way, but I think I got the Patriots winning this. Like I said, if this game's gonna be sloppy, it's gonna be messy. Each side's probably gonna throw a pick or two.
Yeah, I can see that. I'm pretty sure the Jets are also coming off of a bye week. I think the Jets actually have a pretty solid defense. I'm pretty sure the defense is pretty solid. Their offense, I think, is bottom of the league though.
Yeah, their rushing game and passing game is pretty bad. Not to Zach Wilson's fault. They have really bad receivers too.
This isn't a Belichick defense of the past. I'm pretty sure they're like middle of the pack, if that. I got the Patriots also winning this game. The Patriots have always had a great record against the Jets.
All right, next game, Philadelphia versus Las Vegas. Do you want to start this one out?
Philly, Las Vegas.
I think you're more intrigued by this than I am.
Philly and Las Vegas. I'm intrigued because of even though the Raiders just won, they won against the Broncos, which is, like I said, we talked about earlier. They're a team that lacks competition in the beginning of the season. But
jeez, Teddy Bridgewater had a terrible game. Well, I mean, not terrible, but it wasn't good.
Raiders, they have a new guy being the head coach now because of all the John Gruden effects.
4 turnovers, jeez.
I think the Raiders have one of the best passing games. Especially Henry Ruggs has actually been very good.
He's having a really good season.
They're exactly what they expected.
After not having a great rookie season, he's really had a good, impactful sophomore season.
I got the Raiders winning this, but I think the Eagles could put up a fight because the Eagles, I feel like they're just a wild card team. They're like a game you look at and you're like, yeah, my team could beat them, and then they could surprise you. That's how I also look at it.
Yeah, I agree.
So I'll give it to the Raiders, but I expect it to be a pretty close game. Both defenses are about middle of the pack. I'll give it final score 27-24 Raiders.
I'm agree with you there. 27-24 Raiders. I agree with everything you said. Really nothing to add to there. I like the Raiders to lose. They're in my division, but I don't believe they are. I think they got the Eagles number in this one. All right, now this game I actually kind of want to talk about because, like you said, like you brought up, the coach of the Lions said interesting thing about Jared Goff. Obviously we're talking about Lions versus Rams. Who's that coach? I forgot what's his name. I'm not good with coach names.
I know his last name's Campbell.
Is it Dan Campbell?
I believe so.
Yeah, if his name's Dan Campbell, I apologize, that's wrong, but you know what we're talking about. He is not behind Jared Goff being the quarterback. He believes that he needs to step up more and be a leader when they're in situations like this, which I can understand, but you do not say that publicly at all. Even if your quarterback is Jared Goff, or who's the quarterback of the Texans? Mills? Even if your quarterback's that guy, you know, I'm a believer that you should have your quarterback's back, at least in the public's eye, for the most part, because that really brings down a player's confidence and a team's confidence in that player. Just like how I was talking about with the Dolphins and Tua, I feel like they're not really behind Tua. After saying that, you really think they're going to be behind Jared Goff now? You know, like, I think that's also a one-way ticket to lose your job as well, because I think teams are more likely to get rid of a coach than they are to get rid of a quarterback they traded Matthew Stafford for, you know? I don't think Jared Goff is bad, but he's not great, obviously.
Well, to be fair, I'm pretty sure Stafford wanted out. Like, his wife definitely wanted out, but they wanted out. They got 2 first-round draft picks. Everyone looked at the trade and was like, just didn't know. I mean, in 2018, Jared Goff in the first half of the season was looking like an MVP candidate.
Yeah, he was. I remember that season.
Yeah, but in the bit, it was just like him and Todd Gurley. They had like nothing about where both of them are now. Like, where is Todd Gurley?
Todd Gurley's a free agent.
Those guys are like the key things of the Rams then, and now they're just gone. But I look at the team. If your head coach doesn't believe in the starting quarterback, then who will? Like, that's the voice of the
exactly.
room. That's the guy. Like, he's the guy that like helps run the organization. He's the guy that's supposed to give confidence to all of his players. If he's not giving confidence to his players, then what? Like,
yeah, like it's such a weird thing to say, especially like the Lions haven't really been getting like blown out. Like, yeah, this last one against the Bengals was pretty bad, but you know, Vikings Lions 19-17, lost to the Raiders by 10, which isn't that much. Lost to the Raiders by record-setting field goal. Lost by 8 to the Niners. Like, they're not getting smacked. They're just not performing, you know, to that final stretch, which I agree with, like, to the leadership thing, but, you know, it's not the worst thing in the world. You're not getting smacked every game. And just for that, I think that the Rams are going to beat the Lions by a field goal in Lions fashion, 31-28.
I also have the Rams. I say this is going to be another blowout against them. I'll say the final score 38-17. Matthew Stafford beats his former team.
Chicago versus Tampa. I got Tampa winning by a lot. Buccaneers have been one of the best teams in the NFC, one of the best teams in the NFL in general. Tom Brady's having an MVP season once again at the age of like 88. I think that the Buccaneers just blow them out. Bears offense is terrible. Matt Nagy, in my opinion, is one of the worst coaches in the league. He needs to be fired this season. That's pretty much all I got to say, man. Buccaneers winning this one.
I agree with that. I think the Bears' rushing attack is surprisingly pretty good, though. I think they have a really good one. Especially, like, even when they didn't have their top guy, they were still able to have a running back put out like really good stats. Their passing game is just not it. Like,
it's bad.
Their passing's awful.
It's hard for Justin Fields to get a feel. Funny.
Yeah.
It's hard for him to get a feel when his offensive line lets anybody get in.
So I'm gonna give it to the Buccaneers. Buccaneers, I think they'll win. I'll say 28-14.
Yeah, I got a 38-10 Bucks.
Okay.
Texans versus Cardinals. Cardinals in a blowout.
Well,
Cardinals are gonna wash them.
Talk about here.
Kyler Murray, one of the MVP candidates, gonna have a great game. They're gonna. Oh my God, that Cardinals defense is gonna abuse the Texans O-line. Jesus, it's gonna be a field day. Cardinals 38-7.
Like, the Cardinals will defeat the Texans 41-7. I think it's just going to dominate. But
Indianapolis versus San Francisco. Oh.
This game is like, it's not like great, but it's like, it's interesting in a way.
Yeah, I get what you mean. It depends what Cole's team we're getting, honestly.
Yeah.
Sometimes the Colts look really good, sometimes look really bad.
Yeah. 49ers defense is back to like Super Bowl year. Like they're very good.
Yeah, they're healthy.
Yeah, they're healthy. Their offense, on the other hand, is
Jimmy Garoppolo playing or no?
I think they had a bye week this week.
Yeah, Jimmy Garoppolo appears to be ready to return, so yeah.
So
T.Y. Hilton had a really good comeback game.
Pardon?
T.Y. Hilton, remember we were talking about him? We were like,
yes,
what the hell happened to him?
yes.
Yeah, he was
We're like,
injured and he
where
came
was
back
that?
and he had like a really good game, so I'm happy for
I
him.
mean, to be fair, the competition
Yeah.
was Houston, but that's just more reps, I guess.
It was Houston, really?
Yeah, they beat them 31-3.
Oh, you're right.
Really good. Darius, I like Darius Leonard.
Yeah.
Colts, he's really good. I'm a big fan of it.
He's amazing. Like I said, if we get like a really good Carson Wentz, this can easily go to the Colts. If we get not so good Carson Wentz, this can easily be 49ers. This game is, either or. Depends on the quarterback play, really, who decides to come out. But I think I have the 49ers winning this one, 24-21. Winning by field goal.
I have the Colts winning this one. I have they're confident. They're getting more reps in. T.Y.'s coming in. Jonathan Taylor's coming off of a big game.
Game of the week right here, Adam.
It is.
This is your team, Geno Smith. I'll let you take the wheel, man.
Seahawks.
How about them Seahawks?
Last Sunday primetime Geno. We lost a heartbreaker to
I'm gonna put on my face cream while I do this.
Steelers. So yeah. Anyway, the Seahawks lost a heartbreaker. Geno
Bengals
ended
sent
up
it.
fumbling, but you can't necessarily be upset because he's a backup. But yeah, the Saints. They're a team that's like they could punch you in the mouth at any time, but their offense just does not seem great. Alvin Kamara is also. I'm pretty sure I saw something that Michael Thomas could be activated this week.
Slant boy.
Now I'm not gonna say Michael Thomas is gonna be like, I don't know how he's gonna be, but if he's any shades of what he was previous, then he's just gonna dominate Seattle.
I think you're overvaluing
Seattle.
Michael Thomas.
I think might be doing that.
I don't think
but
Michael Thomas is as good as I think he is.
You gotta realize the Saints have like a top 5 defense, and the Seahawks have like a top 32 defense. By top 32, I mean they're the 32nd defense.
But the Saints have like one of the worst passing.
They have an awful offense. Yes,
Yeah, it's just Jameis Winston's either MVP or like worst quarterback in football. There's no in between.
At the same time, Seahawks rushing defense is horrendous. I'm gonna say that the Saints end up winning this game. Unfortunately, I really want the Seahawks to win, like I said, but I think the Saints will win this. Jameis will win in prime time. Primetime Jameis will win. Final score 27-20. Saints beat Seahawks.
Yeah, you pretty much said nailed. What's the saying? Nailed in the coffin. I don't know, something like that. You said all the things. And my godbrother, shout out to Day. He's a Saints fan, and he was telling me, we're talking about the Saints. He was like, yeah, with Jameis Winston, it's either gonna be a touchdown or a 4-and-out. But yeah, those are our predictions for the week. This time there will be a recap video. I'm staying in the place I am at, Florida. If anything does change, then I'll let you know. But as of right now, things are good. Thank you guys so much for watching. I appreciate every single one of you. You can please like, comment, and subscribe. Helps me a lot. And see you guys with either the Patrick Mahomes video or the recap video next. Bye bye.